Good evening. We're here again. We're going to talk a little bit about the membership and education. We're also going to get into like Article 8.7 of the National Agreement. I think that's on page 21 that you could take time to look up. But it's important for the membership to be educated about what's happening in the facility. It's imperative that you know what's going on, because if you don't know what your contractual rights are, you're going to be victimized, such as I found out recently, as of today, how 2 or 3 employees are being victimized. And I'll give you a quick example of that under Article 7 of the National Agreement. We're in the Christmas season now, and between the 2 facilities that we have, the Albuquerque PNDC and the ASF, what's currently happening as of today is the fact that we have employees from 202 in the mail handling craft going to the ASF reporting to work to do overtime at 12 o'clock in the morning, I should say, midnight. When you also have 2 or 3 employees who get off at 10:30, they never get the overtime call to go to the ASF to work. So within the interim 90 minutes between 10:30 and midnight, the Postal Service is saying that there's no overtime available, but yet they're calling in 2 or 2 employees prior to 12 to come in to work overtime, and these people are getting their overtime, and the 2 or 3 employees are getting no overtime. And that's a contractual violation because of the fact that Article 8.7 clearly states that to the extent practicable, that the Postal Service should be giving the overtime to the employees already on the floor. Now, it's very difficult for the Postal Service to say that it's not practical for them to do it, because mail just doesn't suddenly appear in that 90 minutes where they can call 2 or 2 in early. But this is also something that your local union is a part of. It's another one of those propositions where you can say that the local union sits at the managerial table eating postal cheese, hand in glove. They're like working together there. And the people that are being victimized are the employees on 2 or 3. So in a process, the grievance arbitration process, these employees are owed make-up overtime first, and more than likely they're owed to be paid out because of the fact they're being bypassed on an overtime desire list, and it's something that is intentionally done by the local union and local management. Now, this also gets into the character of your local current president. Years ago, when I was president, from 2003 to 2009, your current president was a 204B. He was assigned to the 010 operation, and when he was there, he was harassing mail handlers on the tenders. It was a perpetual thing. We adjudicated what we could, but then one day we found out that your local current president was taken off on the clock to go watch his children play baseball. One of the stewards brought it to my attention. We had different management in the building at the time. We brought it to their knowledge, and they made him step down, and he hasn't been back. So this is something that you need to know about the character. The character traits of this local current president seems to me has not changed from who he was years ago to who he is today. It's dishonest. It's not something that you want out of a local president. So it's something that knowledge you need to have in order to protect yourself and your contractual rights. So we'll be back on the membership issue later on, but right now just want to give everybody a heads up as to what's going on. As far as the employees on 2 or 3, we're probably going to have to do labor charges and file grievances because of the fact that you just can't have this type of activity out of a local union, especially when they're getting a belly full of cheese.